Good morning, Shamstars. Welcome to class. Hope you all are fine. Today we will start with our new chapter of political science. The name of the chapter is Working of the Institution. In previous chapters, we have studied how people elect their government. However, democracy is not just about people electing their ruler. In this chapter, we will get to know that rulers have to follow some rules and procedures with and within institutions for running a democratic government. We start with that how is a major policy decision taken. For that, we have to go through with the example that is a government order. On August 13, 1990, the Government of India issued an order which was called an Office Memorandum. The order says that other than SC and ST, the 27% job reservation benefit will be given to a new third category called Socially and Educationally Backward Classes SEBC. Who decided to issue this memorandum? Such a major decision would have involved other major functionaries in India, which involves the following points like the president is the head of the state and is the highest formal authority in India. The prime minister is the head of the government and takes most of the decision in the cabinet. Parliament consists of president and two houses, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The Prime Minister must have the support of a majority of Lok Sabha members to pass a memorandum. The Government of India had appointed the Second Backward Classes Commission in 1979. It was headed by B.P. Mandal, hence it was popularly called the Mandal Commission. It was asked to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommend steps to be taken for their advancement. The Commission gave its report in 1980 and made many recommendations. One of these was that 27% of government jobs be reserved for the socially and educationally backward classes. In the Lok Sabha election of 1989, the Janata Dal promised that if voted to power, it would implement the Mandal Commission report. The President of India, in his address to the Parliament, announced the intention of the government to implement the recommendation of the Mandal Commission. On 6 August 1990, the Union Cabinet took a formal decision to implement the recommendation. Next day, Prime Minister V.P. Singh informed the Parliament about this decision through a statement in both the houses of the Parliament. By a majority, the Supreme Court judges in 1992 declared that this order of the Government of India was valid. It said that well-to-do persons among the backward classes should be excluded from getting the benefits of reservation. Accordingly, the Department of Persons and Training issued another office memorandum on September 8, 1993. Now comes the need for political institution. Institutions involve meeting, committee and routines. This often leads to delay and complications. Therefore, dealing with institutions can be frustrating. Some of the delays provide an opportunity for a wider set of people to be consulted in any decision. That is why democratic government insists on institutions. Now, need for political institution is to take decision regarding the welfare of the people, to implement the decision, to solve the dispute, and to take good or right decisions. Now, our first institution is Parliament. Decisions are not directly taken in Parliament, but parliamentary discussion on the report influence and shape the decision of the government. Why do we need Parliament? An assembly of elected representatives is called Parliament, which exercises supreme political authority on behalf of the people. At the state level, this is called the legislature or legislative assembly. The name may vary in different countries, but such an assembly exists in every democracy. So we can say that parliament exercises political authority on behalf of people in many ways. Like parliament is the final authority for making law in any country. Those who run the government can take decision only when they get the support of the parliament. Parliament control all the money that government have. Parliament is the highest forum of discussion and debate on public issues and national policy in any country. Now, two houses of parliament. Most large countries divide the role and power of parliament into two parts, which are called chambers or houses. One house is usually directly elected by people and exercises the real power on behalf of the people. Lok Sabha exercises the real power on the behalf of the people. It has 545 members and the tenure of Lok Sabha is 5 years. The second house is usually elected indirectly and performs some special functions. The most common work for the second house is to look after the interest of various states, regions or federal unit. It is known as Rajya Sabha and it has 250 members which are elected indirectly in the legislative assemblies of the various states. 12 are nominated by the president who have distinguished themselves in literature, art, science or social science. In a democratic country, two categories make up the executive. One that is elected by the people for a specific period, that is called the political executive. Political leaders who take big decisions fall in this category. People who are appointed on a long-term basis are called the permanent executives or civil services. People working in civil services are called civil servants. They remain in office even when the ruling party changes. These officers who work under political executive and assist them in carrying out the day-to-day administration. Now the question arises, why is the minister more powerful than the civil servant? In a democracy, the will of the people is supreme. The minister is an elected representative of the people and thus empowered to exercise the will of the people on their behalf. Minister is finally answerable to the people for all the consequences of his or her decision. That is why the minister takes all the final decision. The minister is not expected to be an expert in the matter of her ministry. The minister takes the advice of expert on all technical matters and then take the decision. Thank you, Shamstars. That's all for today. You can drop your queries on the Google Classroom. Take care.